Hey guys, here to go over a few things that we went over in CAP class here this week. So this first video is just going to be about kind of good posture, making good connection with our stack pass and kind of making it a little bit more efficient as we pass. So if I'm in passing Brian, if I have a personal preference, I'm going to cut with my knee, okay? But we'll have people that come in, they're good with their feet, maybe it's tough, they're active, and it makes more sense for me to either start dragging across or looking for a stack pass, right? And traditionally when we have people come in, stack passes, it's a technique we learned pretty early on. They'll grab, they'll start stacking, getting their head lie, and turning and passing. The problem with this is going to leave a lot of space for Brian to start framing and moving away, rolling away, and it's just not as much pressure and connection as I should have when I'm passing. So the first thing that we're going to do, there's lots of different ways to enter in to a double under pass, but I'm just going to circle in and I'm going to flare my elbows out. Okay, one of the few times I'll do this in jiu-jitsu, but I want to flare them out so that I can kind of have my shoulders up where Brian can't get on my arms and start preventing me from actually coming under and getting a grip, right? So I'm here and immediately, they're going to come in, kind of karate chop into his hips, or preferably I'll come and grab a gable grip, get my elbows in nice and tight. And before I even start driving forward, I'm going to take Brian's hips and I keep my head low and I put them in my lap. This is going to make it a lot harder for Brian to start moving his hips and moving me. Whereas if I leave them on the mat, he's going to have an easier time pushing me away and moving me. So I'm going to break that structure either by pulling in, or I can even walk my hips up. Okay. Now, my head's coming forward. I'm going to grab connection that upper body, and my elbow is coming straight to my hip to lift up. And the most important thing is I'm going to connect my foot, the mat, my leg, to Brian's hip. So now I've got a shelf that's going to keep Brian in place, and it's going to keep my posture nice and tight. If Brian starts trying to push me away with his legs, this connection's going to keep me here. Or if I stay right here and Brian starts pushing me away, it's going to be easy for him to create some space. So I've got this table, I'm on the inside of my foot, my elbow's in. As soon as I get this spot, my back leg is sprawling out. So now I make Brian carry my weight. All right, from here, Brian's hips are parallel with the mat, my shoulders are parallel to the mat, and I keep them that way. My hip is going to be the one that initiates the pass. I turn my hip to the mat, I keep pressure, and now my belly gets to Brian, my chest gets to Brian, and I land with complete coverage in side control. I don't give him the opportunity to turn away. I don't give him the opportunity to start kind of making my life a little bit more difficult with that pass. So, one more time. I'm under. I load the hips, right? I bring my head to his level and connect, preferably thumb in, knuckles down. I lift the hip and connect my elbow to the mat, and I table my leg to his hips. Okay? And again, I should be able to take my hands out of the equation and still keep the same pressure. I drop my hip, and the pass is the exact same. But I can still have my hands in place to keep a better connection. So that's our first video, just keeping our stack pass and making it more efficient. Again, it's an early technique that we learn in foundations, but the devil's in the details. We can make it a little bit more efficient. We can make it a little bit more miserable for that person on bottom. Thanks, guys.